Yes, it's live, direct from his man cave of a bedroom. It's Big D Live. And now your host, the man who really was excited to hear and find out that he had gotten 1,000 subscribers. But not quite as fast as his recent Van Damme flicks ranking, though. Here's the Big D. Thank you and good evening, my friends. Welcome to the live stream where I've recently hit 1,000 subscribers. In case you haven't noticed, this happened a week ago. Sorry I didn't have it prepared, but for that in time for last weekend. But now, of course, I've made up for lost time. Now, of course, I can give you a live stream, and I am ready for to chat with anyone, whoever comes in. Just trying to prepare everyone. There we go. Now I just need to try to find something to watch while I wait for y'all. Oh, you're at a party now? Well, that's no problem. If you can't be around for a long time, thank you very much. I'm glad I actually finally made it to 1,000 subs. This was a big accomplishment. Many more to come, my man? Affirmative. Anyway, I just thought I'd try and put on something to watch before I get ready to try and work on the Universal Soldier review. So I thought I'd go watch, well, Orphan First Kill after I hadn't watched it for some time. Yes. The prequel to the great 2009 film that I really did love. I do hope you're enjoying your party, though, Kenny. You have yourself a good one. Well, let me rephrase that. Enjoy yourself at your party. So I can see some have already gotten the chance to check out the Masked Rider Saturday Morning TV log, which I'm happy to say that I saw it all. I forgot to mention I finally got to see every episode since I didn't get to see all of it as a youngster, but yeah, I finally got to see it. Watts is here. What are your top 3 favorite moments on the Price is Right showcase showdown from the Bob Barker era? Oh boy. Let's see. Gee, this is kind of a tough one, Watts. Let me think. It's been some time since I last saw several showcase showdowns, but well, I did watch a few at times on the um, Price is Right Barker era YouTube channel, but um, I think one of them would have to be when, well, he gets a good life out of seeing some of the models and even Johnny Olsen when he was the announcer, well, do their parts. I mean, would be one of those, and another would have to be. Hmm, um. Oh, I know one. Here's one. Well, I'll give that just a slight honorable mention, is just for fun. Okay, if I had to pick 3 real ones, I'd have to go with one great moment would have to be the Price is Right news. That was done on a few showcases. That would be pretty cool because Johnny Olsen, one of the models, or if it was a Janice or Diane, or I think Holly as well, to join them to do this. That was really something. And let's see. Um. Oh yeah, and there was. I do seem to recall there was one time. Well, one time at Christmas when, well, the malls were just kind of didn't like youngsters, kiddies, and what have you. They check out their what they got, and that would be the prizes that contestant was up for in the showcase. That was pretty cool. Oh wait a minute, I'm talking about the showcase, not the showcase showdown. My mistake, Watts. Let's start over. My mind's not with me. Because, well, since I didn't do an out theory yet, because I didn't have plans to review it, I went and saw The Roses earlier today, and it was a pretty good film. Well, despite I have not seen the original one, The War of the Roses, but okay, let me see. Favorite, okay, showcase showdown moment. Okay, now I know a good moment from Showcase Showdown. Well, sometimes when someone doesn't give a good spin, Bob sometimes does give a cue for the audience to boo that contestant. Yes, and whenever let's see, Bob always reacts when it gets close to a good one, whether it hits it or if it doesn't, or if it goes over. And when they are expected to hit the big one to get one whole dollar in a combination of 2 spins or even one, then boy, yeah, his reactions are always yeah. A third one, gee, if I could think of a third one. I can't think of a third one, to be honest. I can't get a third one right out of my head. Sorry, buddy. Um, Porchman's here. Welcome. Welcome, my friend. Oh, I know I haven't commented yet. I just saw your review on Monkey Bone. Hey, congrats on that. As you probably know, I already reviewed that film. Yeah, I will say it was fun, despite it has its moments and what have you. It was kind of crazy and twisted and what have you. See, once one of the craziest moments was when Monkey Bone was in Stu's body. Stu's Brendan Fraser's character in the film was when he's on those moves on Bridget Fonda's character in the bed, and they were playing Jimi Hendrix's "Foxy Lady." Yeah, I mean, which for fun, I actually hear that song on classic rock radio. One of my favorite jams of his. Wait a minute. Okay, what? If you're still there, I think I know a third one. A third one. If it's a third showcase showdown, I gotta say I like it when Bob manages to enjoy when someone gives it a good spin. And then if it keeps going, it's like I'm not sure where it's going to go stop or not. Yeah. There you go, pal. Yeah, it is. Believe me, all the station would rather play would be mostly be all on the Watchtower, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind that song. That song's just too overrated. I really want to hear other songs that Hendrix did, like Foxy Lay, or maybe Hey Joe, which that's pretty good. I mean, despite its lyrics might be a little, yeah. And a Purple Haze, that's a good song too. I know my rock station does, and even though the rock station list to doesn't play this one, Fire's good song too. Cause I really like the part where it's like, "Oh, move over, Rover, and let Jimmy take over." Yeah, classic, never fails. Know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, the wind cries Mary. That's another song I hear at times. Yes. Yeah, I gotta say, there's a lot of some good ones. Oh, I know. I did find Minamata, but I still haven't watched it yet because I'm really on a tight schedule to try it and watch some more stuff because I've got plans to revisit Small Wonder tomorrow, And, well, I want to try and get a head start and watch MacGyver on Paramount Plus before I try and do the TV log on. Not sure how far I can get, but I think I'm going to try and do my extreme best. That's still ahead. Now, apparently, I may still have some free spaces to get in some more stuff. Because I did watch Total Recall, the original, with Schwarzenegger. I might squeeze in, but I don't know. Details to follow on that. And I'm also planning to talk about at the end of the month. I'm going to talk about another 80s tune I like, Mask. Which, like She-Ra, is also celebrating its 40th anniversary. Which, of course, you all know I'm going to revisit She-Ra on Tuesday. And which I'm going to try and give y'all a lot of time of it, because I've got another vid confirmed for Tuesday, because it looks like I found another show that's coming up. It may not be sci-fi related, but I figured, what the hey, I'm going to try and get this one out of the way. I'm going to celebrate 50 years of the great 70s comedy Welcome Back, Kotter. Yes, I will do that. Welcome Back, Kotter. Loved that show. It was real funny. Show that really made John Travolta a household name. Just before he did Saturday Night Fever and Grease. So anyway, I will say that I saw the Roses today, and well, I thought it was pretty good. Yes, Species 2, that is coming up later on that's supposed to be coming up, I believe, very soon. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Yes, that review will be coming up later on next week, next Friday, as a matter of fact. So you will get my review of that. So since I don't have anything to do for next Saturday, even though I am planning to see Downton Abbey, the third film, well, even though I'm not going to do an out-theater reaction or anything like that, since I have not reviewed the other two films, but I'm doing this because Mom's a big fan of that. But even so, I am going to be going to see that Downton Abbey, the grand finale, which will be opening next Friday. But I think, mind you, on Saturday I will possibly plan to review Total Recall with Schwarzenegger. So possibly look for that sometime next weekend, probably Saturday or maybe Sunday. I think I'm probably going to do it next Saturday, so be prepared for that. But I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have been wanting a review of that one. Now, of course, don't worry. I'm still going to be doing the Running Man later on, which I'll be doing in November in order to promote the brand new remake, which I am still wanting to see, even though as I've said before, Glenn Powell, I doubt he will even be able to hold a candle up to Schwarzenegger's performance. But I'm only wanting to see this for one reason, because it looks intense and what have you. Definitely. But however, on maybe one occasion, I might be squeezing in something else. Because I was going to try and think of talking about this show, possibly doing an upcoming Wide World game shows, and I want to try and squeeze this in. If I can squeeze this in, details to follow. I'm thinking about talking about the great competition series American Gladiators, which I had recently read that Prime Video is working on a brand new take on it. Boy, now this ought to be pretty cool. I've already read who's going to be in it in one of you, but we don't have the aliases for the gladiators. So, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, but I'll be talking about in the video. I'm probably going to talk about both versions of the series. Yes, the original syndicated series and the one that NBC aired, which was hosted by the late great Hulk Hogan. Which reminds me, if any of you hasn't heard or read yet, very soon on the WWE Vault YouTube channel, Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling, which was an animated series from my day, from 1985, will be shown on that channel for the first time ever. If you've never seen this, knew about this show, check out my Saturday morning TV log of it before going to watch it. It will be starring on the WWE Vault YouTube channel later on this month. So I think you'll really like it. While it may not have the voices of the actual wrestlers themselves in my view, but nevertheless, it proves to be a fun little show, though. Excuse me. You know what really surprised me about Orphan First Kill was the appearance of Julia Stiles. I mean, I cannot believe I actually got to see her in this. This was a surprise. Fun fact, did you know that long before she even did that, or even 10 Things I Hate About You, she actually did appear in a younger form when she appeared in a few episodes of the PBS kid show Ghostwriter, which I'm also going to try and do a revisited TV log of that later on next month for Spooktacular October if I can squeeze it in. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Now, for plans to possibly do for Spooktacular October, I'm going to see if I can find some possibilities. Will probably be more Universal monster flicks. I'm going to try and find some more. Maybe Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think I definitely should review that one. And possibly I will. Let's see, what else would I do? Maybe re-review the Saw films, because I'm long overdue to review Spiral, and I have yet to review Saw X. So maybe those will possibly come up. You never can tell. I did see Peacock has the Phantasm sequel, so maybe I will possibly review the Phantasm sequel since I've already reviewed the first one. And I think that might be pretty cool. Because I know it's time I watched Phantasm 2 again. So I better try and do that while they're still in one piece, you know. Maybe perhaps I would do something that I've been really thinking of doing because I want to try and rank the Ghostwriter Mysteries, the original series, nothing else. But we'll see. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves yet. But hey, it could happen. Also, I have been watching some other things and what have you. I just recently watched the other two Popeye horror flicks. They're now on Tubi, even though I did see they were on Prime Video as well, since I watched Popeye's Revenge a few months ago. And this past week, I watched the other two, which were Popeye the Slayer Man, which I thought was pretty fun in some ways. I thought that was pretty fair and what have you, but maybe not great. And then Shiver Me Timbers, which was kind of odd. But I gotta tell you, its kills were. Yeah. Oh, excuse me for being so tired. I did give myself a little rest. Still, there's a possibility. You never know what could come up with my plans because, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what plans could be coming up for this year's Spooktacular October. How's my day been? It's been fine. Like I said, I went and saw the Roses at the theater earlier, and I must say it was pretty good and what have you. I mean, it's a new updated version of the late 80s film The War of the Roses, which I have not seen in its entirety, but I do know of that film. But I don't have plans to review it because I haven't reviewed War of the Roses yet. But I think later on, maybe in a couple months, maybe I'll possibly be reviewing those, okay? But for now, I am just trying to kick back and try and think of some things while I get ready to review Universal Soldier in a little bit. And of course, I said possibly next weekend I will review Total Recall, the original from 1990. So be on the lookout for that as well. Planning on watching The Shining again this year in October. Oh, well, I'll possibly be. That's probably going to be one of the films I'll be rewatching. I've already reviewed The Shining. I've also already reviewed. I reviewed Doctor Sleep last year, which I thought was pretty good. Believe me, there's lots of films I'll be watching for my annual Spooktacular October. The Friday the 13th films, as long as I can find them. Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, for Friday the 13th, even though I've got the first four. Nightmare on Elm Street, yes, I'll be watching them. Possibly remake. I'm not 110% sure. I'm kind of mixed on that. Well, I don't think it's completely bad, but I have to rewatch it again. Possibly the Halloween films, because I am going to be doing a new re-review of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, later on this month for its anniversary. So be prepared for that. And I will have re-reviewed almost all the original Halloween films again. Only Halloween Resurrection has yet to be re-reviewed. And I'm not really sure if I want to re-review that, since even though that's my least favorite in the franchise. But yeah. Still, there's going to be some good things coming. Details to follow. Well, some I might be doing some more revisit Saturday morning TV logs. Among those will probably be revisit Saturday morning TV logs. Now, even though I included this with the Filmation Archie series originally, since I've revisited all that series, I am going to possibly revisit the original Sabrina the Teenage Witch animated series, and also a revisit of the Groovy Ghoulies, which was spun out from that, as well as the Ghostbusters from 1975, which, of course, actually, I believe today's the day it's celebrating its 50th anniversary. Are they going to make another Power Rangers show? I'm not 110% sure. Give me a second. I'll find out. No, there hasn't been any word yet. There hasn't been any new Power Rangers for almost 2 years now since Cosmic Fury. Well, even though it was planned to be the final season when the canon established since the original. Well, since earlier this year was announced that Hasbro and 20th Television would be producing a new series for Disney Plus. But we'll see. What are your thoughts on the actor Sasha Mitchell? Sasha Mitchell. I think I've heard that name before. Sasha Mitchell. Oh yes, I know who that is. That's Cody from the TV series Step by Step. Yes, I remember him, and he appeared in 3 of the 5 installments of the Kickboxer franchise. That's pretty cool. Well, from what I believe I can recall, I know he was a pretty underrated actor from what I've seen, but I know he's done lots of things. Yes. Well, he hasn't done much of anything. I don't know how long. Well, now he has completed a new film called Adelia Rises. All right. Now, my friend, I've got a question for you. Have you ever, since I'm planning to review this later in the month, have you ever seen a film called Death Stalker? Because if so, I am looking forward to tackling that film. I do need to watch that again. Which actually there's which of course, well, it's kind of gonna be early. I think it's fun to do this since there's gonna be a brand new remake of that coming up later on from Shout Studios this October. I don't know if it'll come to my area, but I might look into the trailer of it. I can't guarantee if it's gonna be as good as that film though. But yeah. But anyway, let me go back to your Sasha Mitchell question. I know he was a pretty good actor from what I've seen him in. I have watched some of Step by Step when I was a teen. I used to watch that. Yeah, that's right. I found out there's a new Deathstalker coming up later on in October, and I'm going to review the first two films. While I don't know if that new film's gonna come to where I'm at, but I am going to try and be nice enough to celebrate the upcoming release of that by reviewing the first two films in the franchise a little early. I mean, this won't be some of the first sword and sorcery films I'll be reviewing. If you saw my schedule, I am planning to review the original Conan the Barbarian with Schwarzenegger as the titular character. Please excuse me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and of course, I will review its sequel, Conan the Destroyer, as well. So that'll be coming up. So I'll be looking forward to tackling those two later on. And then a week after those, it'll be the first two Deathstalker films. Believe me, when I first saw those two films last year, they're on Tubi. And I gotta say, when I first saw those two, they were mind blowing. They were pretty damn awesome and badass. I don't know about you, but yeah. Anyway, and as you may know, I still have. But if you haven't kept up with my score, I've already seen 6 of the 10 films I wanted to see in the second half of this year so far. So now I only have 4 films. Now, of course, of the films I saw, which those conclude Superman, Fantastic Four, First Steps. Let's see, and then, of course, recently, Nobody 2. Oh my gosh, I've gone too far here myself. Yeah, but like I said, I've seen 6 of them, and I've still got 4 to go. Tron Ares is next, so I've still got another month for it to come along. And then of course will be then the Rain Man remake, then Wicked for Good, and finally will be Avatar Fire and Ash. Don't forget to see my bite. Justin Lazard esque. No, you knew Justin Lazard. Well, I am not. Well, you are aware that I will be reviewing Universal Soldier: The Return in a couple of days. So don't worry. I'll do what I can to be on the lookout for him. I know it's been a few years since I last saw this film, and I feel like that film is way overrated. Of course, I finished revisiting, well, or should I say, rewatching the original Universal Soldier a while ago. And what can I say? It's good, and you saw that it was pretty high on my Van Damme Flicks ranking, which really hit 1,000 views in just one, and close to less than a week. That is very fast than any other video has accomplished this past year. So I'm really impressed with y'all. I'm still want to try to make plans to try and do rankings for other celebrities and what have you. I know I want to try and do some of my faves with Kirsten Dunst maybe, but that's still kind of on kind of in limbo at the moment. I'm trying to think of do some maybe I don't know. There's too many to mention. But yeah. Anyway, I think I've only gone in this early because I know I only wanted subscribers to come to this live stream, but I think a lot of y'all I got 3 of y'all watch, so I do thank y'all for watching the live stream. And stay tuned. In a little while tonight, I will be getting things ready to do and stay tuned tonight for the Universal Soldier review, okay? And then, of course, tomorrow will be the Small Wonder TV Log Revisited. Thank you, Porchman. I hope you'll be ready to see my Universal Soldier review. It's going to be good. Well, thanks, everyone. Keep up the good work. And until then, this is the Big D saying good night and see ya.